What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and this is the episode you've all been waiting for. CM Punk. My thoughts about CM Punk quitting the WWE 6 months out of his contract from WWE. It's unbelievable. This broke all over the internet. Nobody's been talking about anything else. You guys have been hounding me. JD, what are your opinions on CM Punk? Give us the latest on CM Punk. Give us the news on why he quit WWE. I'm here to do that. We're going to get right into it. I'm not going to waste any time. Not even going to give you my fucking normal introduction. Alright? CM Punk, gone. Okay? This is not a work. This is not it's not part of storylines. It's whatever. He's gone. He's done. Okay? Now, CM Punk, pulled from all WWE upcoming shows. He's done. He's pulled from advertisements. He's pulled from every live event from here up until WrestleMania. He's done. Okay? Right now, all we can do is speculate. Everything I'm reading to you is pulled from various sources. Okay? Do not believe a word I say. I'm just telling you guys what I've been reading and what I've heard. Okay? I'm not a fucking reporter. I don't work for a wrestling website. I don't work for the WWE. All we can do is speculate. So take it, fucking, enjoy it, and, give me your thoughts on it. Okay? CM Punk has had no contact with anyone since Sunday's Royal Rumble pay-per-view. I have read this week from several sources that the original script for Monday Night Raw this week called for Punk to wrestle Antonio Cesaro and lose after Kane interfered, allowing Cesaro to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. This is an interesting point, and I want to point this out. On my Monday Night Raw review, I was suggesting the WWE, instead of doing what they did with that 6-man tag with The Shield versus Bryan, Sheamus, and Cena. Now, those 3 men are in the Rumble. Bryan, Sheamus, and Cena. They're in the Rumble. They beat The Shield. The winner of that match, all 3 members of that team will go on to the Elimination Chamber. I was suggesting that they do singles matches, and this was actually what this report is referring to. They were supposed to have elimination matches to see who gets into the chamber. Punk was scheduled to wrestle Cesaro, and Kane was supposed to interfere. Okay? Causing Punk to lose and Cesaro to get into the chamber. Okay? It should be noted that another source has denied this and claimed that Punk was never booked to wrestle on Monday Night Raw and was only booked to do a promo that would be following up on what happened at the Rumble and Kane causing his elimination. But Punk was originally slated to be on Raw, and those segments were pulled completely from the show. He was not backstage during the taping and was not backstage at SmackDown. Now, the proposed plan for Punk at WrestleMania 30 was for him to face Triple H in a singles match. However, the talk backstage at Raw on Monday night was that the company might have to give that match to Triple H with Daniel Bryan in response to the crowd hijacking the Royal Rumble. So they wanted to switch plans completely. They wanted to take Punk out of the equation and insert Bryan, which would make more sense because Bryan and Triple H have been going at it since SummerSlam 2013 and the screwjob finish that happened there. Okay? It would make much more sense storyline-wise. Vince McMahon was adamant about not changing the initial plans for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania, and more prominently, he talked about a match for Bryan at the pay-per-view against Triple H. Now, given the fact that Triple H was Punk's proposed WrestleMania opponent, this was going to leave CM Punk without a match. According to this source, Punk would then be bumped down the card to the 6th match on the show to go against Kane at WrestleMania, and he was visibly upset about that. Adding to the speculation is that Punk's WWE contract is up in July, and he legitimately hasn't told anyone whether he plans on re-signing or essentially retire from the wrestling business completely. Those close to Punk have made it clear that he has not been happy with the direction of his character, and it's unknown if he's just bored, wants out of the WWE completely, or just wants more as a superstar, as a character. It's not one of optimism or excitement, okay? When Punk didn't appear on Raw as advertised on Monday night, multiple sources were trying to figure out if there was more to this story, or if this was simply written out of the script. If Punk was completely written out of the script. This is when the situation of WrestleMania came up, and since Raw, Punk had not returned any emails, phone calls, or text messages. CM Punk, since all of this, has been pulled from all advertising of WWE live events going forward after a meeting with WWE management at the Raw taping in Cleveland, Ohio. According to the Wrestling Observer, the belief among those who are willing to talk about the situation is that Punk is no longer factored into the company plans for WrestleMania. Punk is under contract to the WWE through July. It is believed that when Vince McMahon had the writers rewrite Raw late Monday, 6 p.m. for a taping that was scheduled to start at 7:45, it was because Punk had informed the company he was going home and would not be back. The belief among wrestlers backstage is that Punk leaving was not an injury issue. It was described to everyone at the Wrestling Observer as more likely a case of burnout and unhappiness with the overall direction of the company. Punk has been very vocal in the past about the usage of returning and part-time stars being pushed beyond wrestlers who are working full-time for the company. In a very recent interview with Ariel Helwani, who covers mostly MMA UFC, last week, Punk talked about the crazy schedule he's held up working for the company over the last decade. Punk said that he's been doing it for 10 years and doesn't know anyone else who can say that. He said that he's only taken time off for injuries and that when he took 2 months off in 2013, it may not have been long enough. Punk, who worked about 50 minutes in the Royal Rumble match, was described as pissy after the pay-per-view, although that wouldn't be an unusual description of Punk's demeanor backstage. One source believed that since Punk's last goal was to work a WrestleMania main event, it may also be a situation where Punk realized it wasn't going to happen this year, and with his WWE deal expiring in July, that may have weighed down upon him because he was so goal-driven, and this was one he couldn't accomplish because of elements that were outside of his control. Now, in an interview with Helwani, Punk was asked about WWE killing his momentum at times and why such things happen. Punk responded that he'd like to think that those things don't make, he doesn't make those decisions on purpose, or that the WWE doesn't make those decisions on purpose. And it's more that they wanted to go in another direction. He claimed it's a different era and a different time, and it can't be looked at the same when he was a kid. The times are different, and he's completely right about that. Tuesday, Punk wrote on Twitter, quote, "Thanks for all the support. Keep being you guys. It's been cool." Depending on how you read that statement, it could be taken as a cryptic farewell. According to several sources at WrestleZone.com, the situation with Punk is not a work and is not part of future storylines. Furthermore, ProWrestling.net has posted comments from a fan who attended the Comic-Con in Portland, Oregon this past weekend, where CM Punk was taking questions from fans. Here is what Punk had to say on some hot topics. He was asked about Batista, and Punk said he and Dave are good friends, but was upset that he's getting to main event WrestleMania 30. He went on to say that it's Daniel Bryan's year. He was also quoted in saying, "I show up. Someone tells me to do what I gotta do, I just go out there and do it." This is a response on his thoughts on the current product. It should be noted that he was very friendly with the fans and answered questions honestly and with a sense of seriousness. Regarding the current CM Punk controversy within the last few days within the WWE, it's said that Punk and Triple H haven't seen eye to eye on Punk's character in a very long time. At the same time, Punk and Vince McMahon have formed a surprisingly great relationship. Punk does not have the same kind of relationship with Triple H. Triple H is the bad seed in all of this. Word is that Vince is not going to give up on Punk and still wants him to be at WrestleMania 30. Vince is said to be hard at work in trying to get Punk back, and make this all into one big storyline. While Punk's situation isn't believed to be a work, it should be mentioned that given the nature of the business, it could be, or has the potential to be, one big work if things are smoothed over between the two sides between now and WrestleMania 30. Right now, WWE is in the midst of one of its most eventful weeks in years. And I said this on News and Rumors yesterday. Okay? The company's existing storyline plans to WrestleMania could all be totally scrapped entirely by the end of the weekend. WWE has called for all-day creative meetings on Thursday and Friday, according to a report by Wade Keller of the PWTorch.com. A source says that nothing is sacred in terms of long-term booking plans, and everything will be re-evaluated. The roller coaster ride began on Sunday night when it became apparent to fans that Daniel Bryan would not be part of the Royal Rumble match. The strong negative reaction to Batista winning the Royal Rumble, Daniel Bryan's continuing popularity growth, and the shocking departure of CM Punk from the company are all being cited as reasons for the shakeup. We'll have more details on this story later in the week, but it appears that things are going to get even more interesting this time by next week. By the time this entire week is over, things are going to be much more interesting than they are now. That is all I have on CM Punk's developing story about him quitting the WWE. Now, you guys want to know what I think of CM Punk quitting the WWE. I want to let you guys know something right now about my opinion on this, okay? And this is my opinion only. You guys may differ. You guys may agree. This is what the comment section is for, okay? Now, I was watching WrestleZone Reality, one of my favorite wrestling shows on WrestleZone.com. Josh Eisenberg was clearly upset with how CM Punk walked out, saying that he was selfish and he only cares about himself. If he wants to walk, goodbye. You know, goodbye. He fucked over everything and he's only thinking about himself, and he's not as big as a star as he thinks he is. I disagree. Okay? Punk walked away because of the mistakes the WWE has made. This all stems from the WWE being lazy, no direction, and just booking on the fly. You need to have plans in place for WrestleMania. You need to have a set story for all your top angles going into WrestleMania. Not one has been presented to CM Punk and the WWE that just gives you a sense that they're going in one direction. It's all over the place. Excuse me. CM Punk walked away because Daniel Bryan did not win the Royal Rumble. That's one of the factors in him walking away. CM Punk walked away because Batista came back 1 week before the Royal Rumble. 1 week. Came out at number 28 and won the Royal Rumble. He didn't have to do a goddamn fucking thing. He didn't have to lift a finger, and he won the Royal Rumble. This would bother CM Punk. It would bother anybody who's been fucking working his ass off. Okay? I don't blame CM Punk for walking away. CM Punk, let me tell you something. He's been in the WWE for a while. He worked his way up through Ring of Honor. He worked his way up through the Indies. You know, he got to the WWE and nobody seen anything in CM Punk. Nobody had any stock in CM Punk. If you watch his documentary, Paul Heyman was the only one who stuck up for CM Punk and said, listen, you can't get rid of this kid. This is your next star. Okay? It only took one promo in Las Vegas where he tore down the fourth wall, where he fucking broke through Vince's glass ceiling, where he just fucking spoke his mind about Vince, his family, the WWE, and all the fucking shit that they do wrong, that they think is right. Okay? That all led to one of the most interesting, engaging, and great storylines in WWE history. With that, CM Punk walked out of the WWE, according to storylines, with the WWE Championship in Chicago, with a match against John Cena that was off the charts fucking fantastic. In Chicago, with a wild and crazy crowd, he walked out. No deal was done on his contract. He walks out, was given the WWE Championship. That's storytelling. That's a fucking angle. That's what made CM Punk into what he is right now. Okay? The last 5 years, CM Punk has given you his blood, his sweat, and his tears. The last 5 years, CM Punk has just gone out there and had great matches every show that he's wrestled. Every show. Okay? He is still in the prime of his career. He may be hurt. He may be banged up. Give the guy rest and let him rest up so he gets more healthy. So he gets healthy enough to be put back on TV. Let him give you the remaining years of his career. Okay? Punk has been, the last 5 years, he's in his prime. Okay? He's in his prime right now. A lot of people saying, who did CM Punk put over? Did he put over a younger superstar ready to fucking blossom and be on the main roster? This is not CM Punk's job right now to put people over. CM Punk is one of the guys you have to treat as the face of the company. John Cena is not going to be around anymore. He'll be around, but, how long do you expect John Cena to be around? John Cena is 36 years old. What he does on a nightly basis, he's not going to be around that much longer. Okay? I don't see many more title championships on John Cena. After John Cena goes against The Undertaker at WrestleMania, that's it for John Cena. He's done. There's no more for John Cena to do. I'm telling you right now. And that's blunt fucking honesty right there. CM Punk is in the prime of his career. You need to handle him with care. Now, CM Punk walked out, and I commend him for this, and I don't blame him one bit. I don't blame CM Punk for walking out. In fact, everyone should look up to CM Punk. I hate big business. I hate fucking political garbage backstage that fucking WWE is notorious for. I hate it. I worked for companies and corporations that don't give a fuck about the little man. CM Punk did the only thing he knew was right, and that's walk away. Because you know what? I want to word this carefully. Okay, I want to word this carefully. CM Punk did what everyone else in the WWE wants to do. CM Punk says the things in WWE everyone else on the roster wants to say. Because that's what CM Punk does. He walked out as a statement. He walked out because he's defending the guys and his peers in the WWE locker room. He did this for everybody because he knows what the WWE should be doing. The WWE should not be giving main event spots to Batista and Randy Orton and John Cena and Triple H and these part-time guys. John Cena's not a part-time guy, but how much more can you force John Cena down our throats? John Cena is not going to be around for another 5 years. He's done. He's done. Punk, Ziggler, Bryan, Sandow, Ambrose, Reigns. You got the NXT guys that I could fucking pick out 3 or 4 guys that are ready to come up to the main roster. Kofi Kingston, Big E. These are the guys you gotta build your future around. Punk walked out to make a statement. He knows how valuable he is. Obviously there's some selfishness you could attribute to all this, but he did it because he's defending his peers in the WWE locker room. And if I was CM Punk, and I was unhappy with what I was doing, and I was unhappy about fucking Batista coming in a week from the Royal Rumble, and then winning the Royal Rumble by Batista was just handed the Royal Rumble. He didn't work at all for it. He comes in, wins the Rumble. Punk was upset. Punk was upset because he knows what the WWE should be doing, and they're not doing it. And this is what I stressed on my Royal Rumble review. It's been what I've been stressing for the last month about Daniel Bryan winning the Royal Rumble. He even said it in an interview amongst fans. This is Daniel Bryan's year. The WWE didn't go that route. They fucked themselves. I blame nobody here but the WWE. I blame Vince. I blame Triple H. I blame Stephanie. I blame the creative writers who are completely out of touch with the current product. They don't know a goddamn fucking thing about the WWE product. They don't. That's what happens when you hire TV and movie fucking directors and writers. They don't watch the goddamn fucking product. You need someone with a fucking brain who's been watching the product for fucking years and years and years. You need someone with knowledge of how a fucking wrestling storyline is gonna work. How you fucking build intrigue between two guys. These guys, this is not fucking TV. This is not movies. This is, You know, it's not that fucking difficult. Me, I can do their job. You guys watching me, you can do their job. This is a male soap opera. Put two guys with an intriguing story in the ring, fucking have them fight over a championship, and that's it. It's fucking simple. You had the Daniel Bryan storyline right in front of you. You fucking tore him down for fucking 4 months. You stripped him of the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. You treated him like shit. Here comes the Royal Rumble. What better way to book Daniel Bryan as the complete Cinderella story, the underdog overcoming all odds, than to have him come out and win the Royal Rumble? Come in at number 30. Do you understand the reaction he would have got at number 30? This is what I don't understand. I don't know how anyone in WWE, especially Vince, doesn't see this. That Royal Rumble would have been one epic fucking night if Daniel Bryan came out at number 30. This all led to CM Punk's departure. This all led to CM Punk's departure. And then you want to put him against fucking Triple H at WrestleMania? Who the fuck wants to see that? I don't want to see that. CM Punk deserves so much more. To me, that's a slap in the face if I'm CM Punk. Because you go from wrestling Chris Jericho, who's one of the greatest ever. Then the next year you go to fight, you fight The Undertaker for the streak. You're telling me you're fighting The Undertaker for the most elusive streak in the business, and then next year you're fighting Triple H? That's a downgrade to CM Punk, and I don't blame him at all. And then Vince, all because they fucked up, you know, by giving Batista the Royal Rumble instead of Daniel Bryan. Now Vince is fucking trying to fill in the missing pieces to the puzzle. You know what? We fucked up with the Royal Rumble, so we're gonna fuck CM Punk in the process. We're gonna give CM Punk's match with Triple H to Daniel Bryan. And we're just gonna give CM Punk Kane. Are you fucking kidding me? I would have walked out, I would have said, fuck you, take your fucking money, and go fuck yourself. That's what I would have done. I do not blame CM Punk, according to what I read. I do not blame CM Punk for leaving the WWE. He stuck up for everyone in the back by walking out. Because the WWE is doing fucking the wrong thing. They're just fucking up all over the place. And as a big fuck you, to show them that they're doing the wrong thing, CM Punk took his character and his worth to that company and said, fuck you, I'm going home. Okay? Now, do I believe CM Punk is going to be back in the WWE? Of course not. Of course I do. CM Punk will be back in the WWE. Okay? If there's one thing I know about Vince McMahon, Vince gets what he wants. Okay? Vince will have CM Punk in the WWE again. I don't know if it's going to happen before WrestleMania. If it does, this entire thing is going to be one big storyline. Okay? I don't know what's going to happen, but right now, it would make sense for CM Punk to sit out WrestleMania. Okay? If Punk walked away, stay out the next 3 months, come back on Monday Night Raw following WrestleMania, and that's when Daniel Bryan would pretty much would have defeated Triple H at WrestleMania, and then go on to do whatever else. Okay? So if Triple H is fighting Daniel Bryan is not going to be winning the Elimination Chamber. Okay? Daniel Bryan's not winning the WWE Championship. More than likely, we're going to be getting the fucking sleep fest of Batista versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania 30 for the main event. Okay? But if this is all true, it's best if Punk sits out WrestleMania. I know you guys don't want to hear that. It would probably be best for business because Daniel Bryan versus Triple H honestly makes the most sense because they've had an engaging storyline building since SummerSlam, and it only makes sense for Daniel Bryan since he didn't win the Royal Rumble and since he's not getting his moment of glory winning the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. This apparently to Vince McMahon is the next best thing. So Daniel Bryan obviously would be going over Triple H at WrestleMania, but the only thing for CM Punk left to do, and, you know, I'm going to agree here with Justin LaBar. He wrote an article about this, and he said this on WrestleZone.com this past weekend. There's only one thing left to do for CM Punk. He's done everything in the world. You know, he's held all the major titles in WWE. He's had a reign of 434 days. He fought The Undertaker at WrestleMania. There's only one thing to do for CM Punk. You know, and that's fight Steve Austin at WrestleMania. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know the likelihood of that happening. But when and if that happens, I do expect it to happen one of these years. When that happens, that'll be it for CM Punk. CM Punk retires, and he takes his money and goes off and fucking relaxes for the rest of his career. The rest of his life. That's it. There's nothing else for CM Punk to do. You know? I don't understand, you know, the WWE's booking here. But this all drove CM Punk to fucking just build all this up inside and say, fuck you, I'm done. And I would have did the same thing. I don't blame CM Punk at all. After what I read to you guys, I do not blame CM Punk at all. He stuck up for everybody in the back. He's a rebel. Okay? Fuck big business. Fuck corporations. If you're not going to listen to the fucking little man who's working his fucking ass off for you, making you money, you know? Give me a fucking break. You know? He's right. Batista shouldn't be in the main event. Brock Lesnar shouldn't be in the main event. Even though I love Lesnar. I'm not gonna say anything about that, but he's right. The Rock shouldn't be main eventing WrestleMania. These guys come, collect their paycheck, and fucking go. Who's on TV every week? Who's been doing his job to the fucking highest level? Whether it's a heel, whether it's a face, whether it's part of the Nexus, whether it's fucking against the Shield and the Wyatts in handicap matches. CM Punk. CM Punk. You know? Selling merchandise. Selling out crowds. People want to see him. You know? He's got so much value, so much more left to give the WWE. He'll be back. But he did this out of fucking, just sticking up for everybody. He's like, I'm going to put my fucking foot down. Fuck your creative writing. Fuck the direction of this company. You guys fucked up. I don't want to see Batista in the main event at WrestleMania. Nobody wants to see Batista in the main event at WrestleMania. I'm taking my shit. I'm going home. You guys figure this shit out without me. Because more so, the WWE needs CM Punk. CM Punk don't need the WWE. He made his money. He built his character. He built his brand. All off Vince's fucking promotion and his company. He doesn't need WWE anymore. WWE needs CM Punk. Now, a lot of people saying, the WWE survived without Hulk Hogan. They survived without The Warrior. They survived without Brett, without The Undertaker, without Shawn Michaels, without The Rock, without Stone Cold. This is all true. This is all true. But those guys went off to do other things. Okay? Brett had a fucking stroke. HBK, he obviously could still go, but he wanted to step away. There was nothing more HBK could do for the business. There's no more. The Rock, he went off to do Hollywood. Hogan went off to WCW because he was a greedy motherfucker. The Warrior went off and did what he had to do. This is CM Punk who's in the prime of his career. WWE needs CM Punk. Because right now, they don't have a fucking clue how to build top guys. They want to push everybody down, and shove Batista and Cena and Orton and these fucking old guys down our throat. Triple H. WWE needs CM Punk. Without CM Punk on WWE TV, there's going to be a huge missing piece to that puzzle. And, right now, I say it's best if CM Punk sits out WrestleMania. He comes back fresh and ready to go when he needs to. And give Daniel Bryan the spotlight. I think that's what CM Punk is going to do. If he does come back, if he's going to be at WrestleMania, this is all going to be one big storyline. How Vince and Triple H are going to work this into the WrestleMania season, I don't know. But that's my opinion on CM Punk. He did it to stick up for the guys in the back. He did it to fucking put his foot down because he knows the WWE fucked up. He wanted the WWE to know that they fucked up. And, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Yes, some of it may be selfishness, but he did it for all the right reasons. But he will be back. He will be back in WWE. We'll be seeing CM Punk on WWE TV again. Mark my words. So that's my opinion on that. You guys have waited for that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think down below. Like, favorite, comment, share, subscribe. I don't know what the next topic is for Behind the Mic. I think I'm going to do preview and predictions for Elimination Chamber. Let you guys know my thoughts as we head into WrestleMania 30. But if you enjoyed, guys, let me know down below. Comment, rate, all that good shit. I'll talk to you guys later. See you later.